Om Vakradunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Ganganapate Namaha Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 10th of December 2024. I want to welcome you all to today's contemplative presentation. We are continuing on the question of urmi. Urmi is a word that is used, as we have been saying, in Advaita Vedanta, referring to the waves of experience in general, and specifically they have been delineated in terms of the 6 classifications, the 6 types of urmis, the waves of experience. This is moha and bhai, the hunger, thirst, grief, sorrow, fear. See, this list that we have been going through is a list of deficiencies. So before I continue further, I just want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Bhagavan. Keep in mind that the way that Vedantic commentators have talked about these urmis, it has to do with deficiency. In reality, all of experience could be considered as urmi. Urmi meaning waves, coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Everything comes and goes in the broader sense. But they have specifically delineated these particular points for us to contemplate on. And what we were saying yesterday was the urmi of fear. The fear of all different kinds, fear of death, fear of loss, fear of the unknown. What does fear do? It hinders decision making. It restricts one's action. It distorts one's perceptions. It does so many things. So it is a great evolution from inside to be outside the clutches of fear, to the outside the clutches of bhaya. Every being, for the most part, lives in some dimension of fear. It could be any animal, any insect, any bird. Doesn't matter. Any living being, human beings, everybody. What is the root of this fear? Vedantic masters will teach us and have taught us that the root of this fear is the lack of realization of the actual tattva that you are, which is the Brahman, which is Atma Tattva. The lack of this realization is keeping us bound inside these urmis, these waves upon waves upon waves of experience that are coming from the mind, from the body, from the brain, in so many ways. And there's it's a jungle. It's an endless jungle. People are just stuck in that, trapped in that, unfortunately, millions and millions. And then they go lifetime to lifetime being trapped in that. It's not just one lifetime. It's one thing, if someone is seeking a counseling session or 10 sessions or 20 sessions to help with some personal issue, it's good. But that's just symptom management for the most part. To root it out, we need the realization of the Atma. Without the realization of the Atma, these problems don't ever disappear. They diminish to some extent, and then they grow back again. They diminish and they grow. It's like a wave, like in the waves that come and go in the ocean. Some waves, they're small, but then the new wave comes. It's like that. Janam maran ka chakkar, wo chalta hi hai. Wo band nahi hota. It doesn't stop. It cannot stop, in fact, unless one has realized the Atma. That is the only way it stops. And the Atma is not a concept, just a concept or an idea or something like that. It is your actual form. That is who you are. See, when I stand in front of the mirror, I'm thinking, I'm Sachin, this body, this, that. I'm living with my own ahankar if I'm doing that. It's okay. There is a place for that. But that's not who I am. The body and the mind and the senses and all of these experiences, these urmis and anxieties and fears and apprehensions and all this mess that is inside the human consciousness can be resolved by unbroken devotion towards the realization of Brahman. The unbroken devotion to Jnana. This is Shankaracharyaji's perspective, point of view. We think of devotion as devotion to God. Yes, of course, obviously. Advaitic masters would say devotion to God, a personal deity, is an intermediate stage where eventually that remains, that bhakti remains. I'm speaking strictly from Advaita point of view. But that devotion then evolves into the devotion to the realization of who am I. It is a devotion to Jnana. It is a devotion to the path of self-realization. See, we already know how to do this. This is not something new. But we do it through our ahankar. I want to become this, and I want to become that, and I want to become this, and so it goes on. We are devoted in that direction, in that way. Devotion means it's a type of concentrated energy going in a direction for a certain type of experience. That's the broader meaning of the word devotion, to be devoted. But usually we use that word in terms of God, in terms of Bhagwan ki bhakti. We use that word that way. Shankaracharya ji took the word devotion, and I have to see which exact Sanskrit word he used, but he used it in a different way. He uses this word bhakti. Yeah, he actually uses the word bhakti, but he uses the word bhakti in a different way, where he says that it is devotion to the path of self-realization. Okay? Well, if that's the case, I have to go beyond the psychosomatic, the psychologically created, mentally created limitations to discover Aham Brahmasmi, to discover I am that consciousness. It's a discovery, not just a belief. It is realization. So the realization of the Atma Tattva is what is the great possibility through the human body. Every day when we wake up in the morning, and then as the time goes on, we are performing so many different types of activities. But when the goal is set to realize the Atma, one would naturally recognize that my mentally concocted, created these waves of experience, this is not the Atma. Not at all. Because the Atma in the Vedantic study, which is what we're doing a little bit every day, the Atma is not male or female, not rich nor poor. It is experiencing the body. It doesn't have a body as such. It is Chaitanya Tattva, Divya Tattva. But to realize this, the loss of energy that is occurring due to the urmis, fear, agitation, moha, bhai, so many things are going on all the time. The loss of Shakti is the biggest problem, because in Sachin's interpretation and commentary, what I would share with you is that Shakti is the doorway into the Atma. The moment we damage that Shakti, which is our internal power, we cannot realize the Atma. Impossible. There's no chance of realizing the Atma. Now, this is an extracted idea. You can look at thousands of scriptures and show you why that is the case. Look at the lives of all the sages. What have they done? They have kept attention on not wasting even a bit of their Antaric Shakti. Brahmacharya, kitni badi baat hai. Nishkam vrat, nirlobh. See, lobh, kam, swad, sneha, man, all these internal agitations, they are energy killers. They drain and damage energy. That is why they're called antar shatru. Sachin sits here right now, this mind starts worrying about something. We have to think about the future, no doubt. We need to think about the past also. But worrying about the future, getting lost in the past, regretting something, blaming somebody, this is all Shakti damage. A to Z. Taking somebody's fault. किसी का भी दोष लेना ही नहीं. किसके साथ क्या लेना देना है जीवन में. आत्मा का कोई है ही नहीं. There is no relative of the आत्मा. आत्मा का एक ही रिलेशन है परमात्मा के साथ. And that's it. And when that comes, one lives in the world with love for all. The psychological boundary disappears into Vasudeva Kutumbaka. Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Why do we have, I was watching this morning some just video, from the Ayodhya Ram Mandir, right? They have the beautiful 24-hour live stream. There are bhajans going on. There are multiple live streams like that. What is the importance of these temples and Ramcharitmanas or incarnations of God? If you extract it all down, it has only there's one central point, and that is to be in a state to open the mind into the Atma. Our mind is contracted, closed. It's stuck. It's stuck inside the names and forms, inside the stories, inside the unending regurgitation of past experiences. It is stuck there. And that is damaging the energy inside the brain, mind, and that causes the health problems. That causes a lot of problems. But not to worry. Whatever may have happened in the past, don't worry about it. Make today beautiful. What is the sadhana for today? The sadhana is very simple. That I am beyond fear. Not ahankar, not an ego. Koi bhai nahi. People are worried about what's going to happen in the future. The only thing that is going to happen is that this body will turn to ash. That's what's going to happen. And there will be many experiences before that happens. That's all. There's nothing other than that. It sounds really simple and maybe overly simplistic. Each human being is just waiting to go into the crematory or into the ground. Is standing in line. That's all it is. And then the experiences to have before that end point. ये दो ही point है. इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? Why we are so carrying so much tension, fear, agitation? For what? For who? There's no need to do that. J. Krishnamurti used the expression vitality of death. Beautiful. He said it fantastically. He says, be vital now. Every moment is a gift of God. It's a gift of reality. So worry, tension, fear, leave these things aside. Do the 100% best in the present. Without fear. Without being irresponsible. It just shouldn't be misunderstood. Well, everybody's just going to wind up at the funeral home, so who cares about anything? It's not like that. That's being irresponsible and misinterpreting. It means to be vital in the present, to do the best we can for ourselves, but not through bhay and shok and fear and agitation and all this mess that is there. Not through that. To de-identify with the urmis. Urmis are there. The hunger is there, thirst is there. It's okay. Why do we eat food? So that we can be healthy. But our mind runs after sensation. It minds, I have to have this and I have to have this and this is not there and this is not there. And this goes on. And then there's anger and agitation. Why this is like this? Why this is not like this? Kitna chalta hai? In the home also it happens, I've seen people, I won't go into the details. I've seen in the families, someone is upset and they'll take the plate meat, the food that is made, take the plate and throw it, literally. What is this trash? I've seen this actually. Kitna disrespect, kitna agnan hai ye sab. Doesn't matter who has made the food or how it is made. It is food. It is, iske wo Brahma ka tattva hai. Anna Brahma. How ridiculous is this kind of behavior? To take food and throw it actually. Kitna agnan hai. This is vasna. This is ahankar. You see, so these waves, they cause a lot of damage. When we identify with them, they cause a lot of, they take an individual to levels which would have never, we never think somebody will go to that level. It happens. There was an incident, I should give you one incident. This happened in Mumbai sometime. A pretty well-known incident this happened, I think, some 20 years ago. Some couple is living in some apartment complex there. And the wife made for the husband some very nice, some dish of some kind, some kadhi or something like that, some dal or something like that she made. She liked it very much. So he said to her, there's extra left, you keep it for me in the evening. And she said, okay. So he came back from work and he noticed that was gone. And he liked it so much. He was looking forward to that the whole day. So she drank it. She also liked it so much. And sometimes it happens, you make something that's really tasty. So she just drank the whole thing. So they were standing on the balcony when she told him that, I drank this dal. He got so angry. They were on the 10th floor or something. He pushed her off of the balcony and she was killed. This is actual incident in Mumbai. See these urmis. See this mess that human beings are doing. Not everybody does this. This is an example of krodha. Wanting ichha. I want this. You did this to me. The ahankar comes into, and he literally threw her off. He's still sitting in, that individual is still sitting in the prison somewhere. For a little bit of dal. He killed his wife. And now he's sitting in jail for years. See this. Dekhne jaisi baat hai. This is an extreme example. There are many lower level examples of the same thing. And this is the sadhana for all of us. Let go of this negativity if it is there. If it is not there, then continue bhakti sadhana. Aage badho. These negative things that are holding us down, they have to be completely let go. And let go means through jnana, through satsanga, through manan chintan, through vichar, through guru krupa. Guru is not somebody outside. Gurus are outside. Teachers, there's many. Bring them inside. Bring it inside. Guru. Gu means andhakar, darkness, bondage, the binding of Maya. Ru is the prakash. It is the atma. It is the realization. It is a transition from the gu to the ru that is called guru. That is its actual meaning in Sanskrit, the definition. Guru is a process. Guru is an evolution. Guru is everything in life, which is our own mind becomes our guru when we internalize Vedanta. The Brahma Vidya is internalized. And once it is internalized, that is the biggest medicine for the mind with all of its entrapments, it becomes free. It becomes free, and in that freedom, it has a new type of life. What is the life of the mind resonates with consciousness, not with the three gunas of Maya. That is the difference. That is a transition. And when it no longer resonates with the three gunas of Maya, the mind is nothing but Brahman. Amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The Brahma Tattva shines, illumines, it shines in the mind. It's always shining actually, but somehow we have gotten to the three gunas. But the layer of the three gunas is removed. Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun, the Ahankar, the experiences, the urmis. This thing doesn't. This is nothing to do with who I am at all. Who is mine? Ishtadevata, all great sages. And that same Satya is present in all. Like the example of that individual who pushed his wife over. All that was needed is to be in a state of gratitude that she made so much. To be in a state of gratitude that, that you drank that. Oh, I'm so happy. Let's make another one. That's all that was needed. See the difference inside. The anger, agitation, vasana on one side, which caused this so much damage. The same energy, how much energy damage he created, that individual. The same energy can be used in gratitude, in doing beautiful things, changing perspective, changing perception, changing vision. The same situation looked in a completely new light. This is the secret of Brahma Vidya. This is the open secret of Brahma Vidya. What has happened in life is we have, even in Hindu community or what we call Sanatan Dharma, people are disconnected with all this. They go to temples and other things like that. But ye Shastro mein kya likha hai? What they're trying to say actually? What is the goal of all of these great sages? Why they came? What they have given to the world? And what we can develop further? Because when let me just make one more point and we'll stop. Once these urmis are no longer binding the individual, there is phenomenal capacity. It doesn't matter how old somebody is. It's nothing to do with age of the body. It has to do with engage, not age. We engage in the world of Prakriti, in the world of relations, in the world of names and forms, without any energetic damage. And we talked a lot about that in our other program, the PTP program and all that. Those are more foundational ideas to things that we're talking about here. But this is how we engage without any type of energetic damage. That is the bridge of Jnana and Shakti, of Vairagya and Shakti. That is called Mahashakti Devi. हम जो देवी की जो उपासना भक्ति जो करते हैं, इसका पर्पस ये है. That is its actual purpose. To bridge the energy in Jnana, in Dhyan, in Vairagya, in all dimensions of Vedanta, to bridge the energy back into the Atma. That is the idea. So that is why the mantras are, there's so many things, but this is the essence of it. And then the urmis do not bind anymore. They don't bind the person. The experiences of life continue, but a person is a jivan mukta. Jivan means I'm living being. Mukta means liberated being. It's a state of liberation while living inside the world of Prakriti. Right, so we'll stop with this for now. Om Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam Pujamulam Gurur Padam Mokshamulam Gurur Krupa Om Tameva Mata Chapita Tameva Bandhus Chasakha Tameva Vidya Dharvinam Tameva Sarvam Mamadeva Deva Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Om Namah Shivaya नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय। दिव्यलिंगाय नमः, ऊर्ध्वलिंगाय नमः, आनंदलिंगाय नमः, द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंगाय नमो नमः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। नमः शिवाय। ओम श्री राधा कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।